Now, hello and welcome. This is David's World and this is Close Up. I want to talk to you quietly about certain things which are going on. And if you take from the title, you'll know what we're going to talk about. That saying that electricity bills are going to go up to 4,000, 5,000 or anything for a typical house is a big bullshit. And you may say to me, you can't say that. The bills are going up. I didn't say the bills weren't going up. I said that it's going to cost you £4,000 and £5,000. That's what I'm saying isn't correct. So why would I say that? Well, the thing comes is that it's all down to how much electricity you're using and how much gas you are using. And if you are inefficient and wasteful, and your bills are currently somewhere near £2,000 a year, then with the 80% increase, then you'll probably get to £3,000 a year. But I don't know anyone who is like that. I don't know anybody whose current bills are £2,000 a year. On the grounds that what's that, £150 a month or something? It has to be more than that. £100 a month is what, 1,200, 2,400 would be £200 a month. So we're somewhere about £175, £180 a month. A month for electricity. Can't work out how you manage to do that. You have to have the most inefficient house there is. You have to have some disability, maybe. You must have a very underperforming house with poor insulation. Now, of course, there is some exception to what I am saying. There may be a really valid reason why your bills are £2,000 to £3,000 right now, and they will go up. But for most people, the bills aren't going to go up by that amount. So let's go to this a little bit better. Now, I'm on a tariff so far right now that doesn't expire until next December. And my tariff is 20 odd pence standing charge and 28 pence a unit for electricity. And yes, my bill has gone up because my previous tariff was more like 15, 16 pence a standing charge and about 17 pence a unit or less. It was better when I was with Power One here. But still, my bills haven't made a massive jump because my house is energy efficient. The shit part comes is that the standing charge, the guarantee amount of money they get, penalises me for being energy efficient and not requiring many units a day. That I'm penalised because of that, which is completely and utterly unfair. Now, no, I won't go there. No. Let's get back to why your bills aren't going to be £3,000 even if the prices go up. Right now, if you are still on a variable tariff, which means it will go up and down the way the prices go up and down, then you've made the wrong decision right now and you need to get on a fixed tariff. You need to fix it no matter what the hell they're going to charge, because now I think most of the tariffs are near 45 pence standing charge and 50 pence unit charge. So they have gone up considerably, even though, no, don't go there. You are just going to get really knocked. Yes, I'm talking to myself, don't worry. Now, this is called control. This is called make an effort to save electricity. Make an effort to stop doing the dumb things that I've seen many people do over time with their houses and electricity and gas as well. I have been out during December and walked just around the corner from where I live and along the road, and I went past a house where all its windows were open, and I'm thinking, well, that's pretty stupid, you know, it's bloody freezing. I'm there with a jumper and a big coat on, and then someone goes to the door and I see him. He opens the door and he's wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and he's answering the door and collecting stuff. And I'm thinking, are you brain dead? Because obviously it's winter. Your house is far too hot because you've opened the windows. So your thought is to open the windows and not reduce the temperature that your heating is producing. So therefore you're going to end up with a massive bill with nothing to justify that. So you are technically, if you're going to do that, you are brain dead. Because tell me, what planet that sounds like a good idea. Let's heat up the house so it's so hot. Spend a lot of money doing it, then open the windows and let all the heat out. It isn't going to benefit anywhere in the area, because the heat is going to disappear very quickly and it's still going to be freezing 6 feet away from your window. But right beside your window it's going to be nice and toasty warm. So, stop doing the dumb things. Now, how can we save money? Step 1. Change all your light bulbs to LED light bulbs, which maybe use about 2 watts of electricity, or even 12 watts of electricity. I have a standing lamp right here that uses 12 watts of electricity. At 12 watts of electricity, you take 1000, which is 1 unit, and divide it by the 12. I think I came up with something like 4 days. I can leave that light on for 4 days and it will cost 1 unit of electricity. Change your bulbs to LEDs, even if you have to pay £2 each for them, but don't buy them from the supermarket. If you go onto Amazon, you can get some nice bulk price ones, maybe a pack of 8 or 10, and fit them in, and they will save you a fortune. Now, I have LED bulbs up on my ceiling light. I have 4 of them. I did right at the start have them big long things that look like a donut or a pretzel light bulb, and they were like 15 watts each. And I changed to these, which have been in for 15 years. They cost me something like 89 pence each, and they're still going. They do lose every now and then. You can lose one of the little diodes, which then stops working, but you still have the light on all the rest of them. So it's like you lost one part of it and the rest still works. So, step 1, change your light bulbs to energy efficient ones. Step 2, we keep seeing all these cookery programs which are quite happy to put your oven on for you just to put in a pie. You have to stop doing that, really. I have a halogen. Now, yes, it uses a lot of electricity, but it's in a confined space. It is controllable. It doesn't stay on all the time. It comes on and goes off and maintains heat to a certain level and cooks the food faster. And as we notice, if you watched any of my food ones, that I knock off, even on a short bake, a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes matter. Every minute you save not having something electrical on saves you money. So instead of boiling a kettle, you can put your cup into the microwave and heat it in the microwave. Or you can buy a kettle that heats up 1 cup and then dispenses it. You can get them, no problem. When it comes to washing your dishes, don't go and put your heating on. It's unnecessary for you to put your heating on just to get some water to wash your dishes. The easiest way to wash your dishes is boil the kettle. Not necessarily full, but boil your kettle. Get a bowl, one of the ones that you can buy for £1.50 if you go to the right place. Some places are a fiver. Get a washing up bowl, put a bit of water in the bottom, put your cutlery in. Put some cold water in, then you put the hot water in. That water will now be too hot for you to touch. Wait for about 5-10 minutes and let your cutlery sterilise itself in the boiling hot water. Then wash the cutlery. When all the cutlery is gone, then get your dishes which are the cleanest. Probably more likely your cups or a plate that you had a sandwich on or things like that. Wash them first. The dirtier the plate is you're going to wash, the further away you keep it as being the last item that you wash, until all you are left with is the most dirtiest plate you've got, which might have had gravy on or some type of sauce and that lot on it, or baking sauce, things like that. You should have really rinsed under a tap once you finished your meal, then there wouldn't be so much, and it may not be as sticky, but it can still, even after you've done that. Then you wash those, and then you are finished. The water will be very dirty, but you don't care because you washed all your dishes in the order of how dirty they are. Stop using a bloody dishwasher. You can't have that many dishes and cups that you can't just rinse things yourself. If it's only a plate, then it only needs rinsing. If it's only a cup that you've had tea in, you only need to quickly rinse it, and then you're done. You don't have to really wash it in boiling hot water. So look at getting the most efficient equipment that you can. Take more notice of the wattage of what the item is. There is people who have television sets that are 600 watts. Even a television that's 500 watts. That means 2 hours of watching is 1 unit of electricity. You can get 55-inch televisions that use 120 watts. I know this because I just got one, and it takes 120 watts. That's equal to approximately about 8 to 9 hours of watching, or your whole night's watching, for 1 unit of electricity. Now, of course, the cheaper one was the projector, but I have changed how I watch things, and now I can get a television with a big enough screen instead of a 32 or 40-inch one, which is just too small for. But the thing comes is that what you are doing, you are looking at speed. Speed for how quick you can boil water, speed for how quick you can cook. Everything aimed at speed. Cut down how long you're having pans on for, will cut down how much. You don't need to cook things until they are burnt. They are cooked before that point. Get a pressure cooker. Even cooking meat in a pressure cooker, you can do. You might say, yeah, but it won't go brown and crispy. Yeah, it will. What you would do with your meat is you would sear it off first in a hot pan. That will only take a couple of minutes. You can then pressure cook it, which will then bring out all the fats and stuff. Then if you need to, you can cut it into your portions. Then you can fry them again, or grill them, or do whatever you want, and put the crispiness back into them anyway. But if you're going to season them, you'll be doing that anyway. Or you can put it in the pressure cooker to cook it. Let the pressure get built up, turn it off, leave it till it's completely down. You're probably going to be then internally cooked. Then you could put it into the halogen and you can crisp out the outside. Less time. If you're going to put the oven on, you need to utilise the full amount of the oven. Every shelf, every space, and do more than one thing and spread it out. But the saying that your bill will be $4,000 next year is wrong for 90% of the population. It won't be that. But if you don't take notice of what you are doing, your bills will be higher. You need to step in and control them, and then you can keep them down. We can't do as much with food. We can just change brands and stop buying the most expensive crap that some of the supermarkets are selling us, because it's quite weird how certain things have gone up in price and certain things are about the same price as what they were a year ago. Don't follow this is new, and you look at it and you can make it your bloody self for half the price. You need to stop being lazy. You need to cook for yourself and remove all these additives, salts and sugars from the foods that you are getting, which have been highly processed, and get on to more fresher and better for your food without needing to spend piles and piles of money on it. So it isn't true. Your bills won't be 4 or 5 grand unless they're already high right now. And if they're high right now, then there has to be ways that you can save money with what you are using and how you are running the house. So with that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and my rant is over. Just don't bring up energy prices to us, okay? Because that's a different kettle of fish. And I don't know why my kettle has fish in it, but there you go. So, bye for now.